I'm just sitting here thinking about the money I don't have and not being able to talk to my family. Oh. There were a couple young people that walked by, and I thought, I don't think they're over 18. I asked him if he was going to the high school, and he said, no, not right now. then he, then I asked him, well, did you graduate? And he's like, no. Makes me think of police and sheriff. Did you graduate from high school or did you get a GED? Now I know you're in law enforcement and you got a GED and you thought I would drop out of high school, get my GED, get myself a badge. Now let's look at it for a second. Pooch. You didn't live in this city when you got the job. Pooh. Did you graduate from high school? Ouch. Why don't we look at all of those that are judges, pooch, justices, oaths, badges, attorneys? It seemed to me that you would probably be a high school dropout to not realize the importance of enforcing the Constitution of this nation. And you got your GED, you were one of these drug users. Were you? You had a little problem with narcotics when you were in high school, but that's no big deal. Pooh. You were a minor at that time, and you decided to be a sheriff. Ouch. Now, when I look at the actual graduation records, did you get any scholarships to get your criminology degree, or was there any financial aid involved? Because when I email that many sheriffs in that many counties that won't enforce the requirements of the clearly established rights of citizens, I'm thinking you had a drug problem when you were in high school, and then you got your GED. Ouch. And then you got some financial aid. Ooh. For every individual that happens to be an oath of office that received any financial aid to get their degrees, yes, I think I can sue you for the misuse of government fucking funds. Now I'm sitting here, okay, not being able to explain to those in law enforcement the importance of the Constitution of the United States, and it must be that you're all high school dropouts. Now, I'm wanting you to enforce the laws, but you decided that you would use Pell Grants? Yes. Subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans? Yes. To get yourself a degree in criminology, and then you went to the training academy, pooch, went through the training manual, pooch, and you thought that we don't have to allow. Well, give me the actual year and location of where you received your high school diploma. Yes. And then from then, did you go to an accredited school, or it was at all it was one of your cousins or your uncle that got you the job? You don't feel a compulsion to want to enforce the civil rights of Americans, but you had no problem helping yourself to all kinds of scholarships and financial aid. Now let's say you got a scholarship. You're one of these that took a criminology course at some sort of 4-year school, or was it a 2-year school? Did you get your AA in criminology? Now, when I look at the actual supports of those that are oaths, badges, and attorneys, I'm thinking your dog didn't graduate. Pooh! I'm thinking that your dog didn't do the. Why don't you get me all the financial aid of every individual in office in this nation? Because I think that your refusal to enforce the actual laws happens to violate the funding of any and all. Now, you have a difficult time understanding the requirements of the law. You don't enforce the RCWs. You don't enforce the requirements of the protections of the Violence Against Women's Act. You won't enforce the full faith and credit of this great nation. I'm thinking that every time that you decided to help yourself to some sort of financial freaking aid,